take care of,
に気をつけるの世話をする
we should take care of our health by eating healthy food and doing regular exercise. Look forward to,
を楽しみに待つ
we're all really looking forward to hearing from you soon. Ask for,
を求める
I need to see my teacher and ask for an extension on the essay's deadline. Get rid of,
厄介なものを取り除く
we want to get rid of 2 pieces of furniture before we move into our new house. Fall in love with,
こと、ものを大好きになる人と恋に落ちる
I immediately fell in love with the city we visited, and so did my sister. Used to do, used to be, used to do,
で何々したものだった
used to be.
で昔は何々であった
I learned from this cookbook what people used to eat during the Edo era. Had better do,
何々した方がいい何々すべきだ
we had better make reservations early if we want to travel during the holiday season. Help A with B.
A の B を手伝う A を B で助ける
My kid brother asked me to help him with his math homework the other day. Prefer A to B.
B より A を好む
A survey shows that more than half of children prefer video games to books. Turn A into B.
A を B に質的に変える
If we use SNS wisely, it has the power to turn strangers into friends all over the planet. Prevent A from B.
A が B するのを妨げる A を B から防ぐ
One of the problems with cell phones is that they can prevent us from relaxing. Remind A of B. Remind A about B.
A に B を思い出させる
This song always reminds me of the good old days I enjoyed growing up in the countryside. Regard A as B.
A を B とみなす
Despite the difficulties, many elderly people regard learning foreign languages as fun. Associate A with B.
A を B と結びつけて考える
Numerous studies have associated marriage with a lower risk of disease. Inform A of B. Inform A about B.
A に B を知らせる
Would you mind informing me of your email address so I can send you the photos from the trip? Section 6.
純然たる腹縮1
After all.
結局はやっぱり
After all, you are saying you are not coming with me, aren't you? All the time.
いつも常に
When I was a child, my parents took me to the zoo all the time. All the way.
ずっとはるばる
I ran all the way from home but wasn't in time for the 8:15 express. And so on. And so forth.
何々など
When we call something a fruit, we necessarily distinguish it from vegetables, meat, dairy, and so on. And yet,
それにもかかわらず
no one likes to be criticized, and yet criticism is essential for personal growth. As possible. As one can.
できる限り
I need to return this book to the library as soon as possible. As a result of.
結果としての結果として
The child fell ill and, as a result, her mother had to stay home to take care of her. As a whole.
全体としての
I don't know enough about this problem as a whole to propose how to solve it. As usual.
いつものように
We tend to keep doing things as usual until some serious changes occur. At best,
よくても、せいぜい、
I hear views on the effectiveness of this new medicine are mixed at best. At least,
少なくとも、
our teacher told us to spend at least a little time every day studying the language. At most, at the most,
せいぜい、多くても、
the gym is a short distance away from my house, a 10-minute walk at most. At a time,
一度に、
we were told to enter the room one at a time for the interview. At once,
一、すぐに、
oh, this is not what we've ordered. Take it back at once.
二、同時に、
It's impossible to meet everyone's needs at once. At all.
一、全く、
I didn't like the movie at all, and Mayu didn't like it either.
二、一体、そもそも、
I know there are many people who wonder why we need speed bumps at all in big cities.
三、そもそも、ともかく、
Before jumping to a conclusion, let's check if we need any of those regulations at all. At any rate,
とにかく、いずれにしても、
at any rate, from now on, make sure you have some time off SNS. At random,
無作為に、手当たり次第に、
the researcher selected people for the questionnaire at random from telephone directories. More or less,
一、多かれ少なかれ、程度の差はあれ、
in a new place, we have to adapt our way of living more or less to the local culture.
二、ほぼ、おおよそ、
It's more or less impossible to calculate accurately the number of refugees worldwide. At times,
時々、
the twins look so much alike that, at times, I can't tell them apart. Between you and me,
ここだけの話だが、内緒だが、
between you and me, he lost all his money by gambling. By hand,
手で、
making things by hand has given way to mass production by machine. By mistake,
間違って、
the other day I took someone's umbrella by mistake since it looked very similar to mine. By no means.
全然何々ない。
The coach said he was by no means satisfied with the way his baseball team played. By the way,
ところで、
by the way, did you attend the lecture given by Professor Yamada? Far from.
からほど遠い。何々どころではない。
We spent long hours discussing the matter, but it still remains far from settled. Section 7.
純然たる腹縮。2、
For a while,
しばらくの間。
we've been walking since the morning, so let's take a rest for a while. For example, for instance,
例えば、
in some parts of the world, the Middle East, for example, people are very expressive. For one thing,
一つには、
For one thing, the seats are too soft. For another, they are too small for us. In a hurry,
急いで、焦って、
Tom was in such a hurry to get to the airport that he left without the gift from us. In addition to,
加えて、に加えて、さらに、
in addition to being a novelist himself, Soseki taught literature at a university. In any case, in any event,
とにかく、いずれにしても、
I'm satisfied because both sides agree that research needs to continue in any case. In detail,
詳細に、
I gave her the document in which the proposal was explained in detail. In fact,
1、 実際に。
The Egyptians recognized many gods, hundreds of them, in fact.
2、ところが、実際は。
Sue insisted she was there, but, in fact, there is enough evidence to show otherwise. In general.
1、一般に。
In general, childhood obesity is a problem for rich countries.
2、一般の。
This study brutally reveals our attitude toward poverty in general in this country. In other words,
言い換えれば、つまり。
English is now an international language. In other words, it plays an important role in international communication. In public,
人前で、公然と。
I think children should be taught how to behave in public when they are very young. In reality,
ところが、実際には、想像などではなく、現実に。
we thought everything was going on smoothly, but in reality, we were all mistaken. In the end,
結局は、ついには。
In the end, we decided to go to the beach for a swim. In the future,
将来は、今後は。
you have to get ready for whatever will happen in the future. In the long run,
長い目で見れば、結局は。
I'm convinced that buying high-quality items will save us money in the long run. No doubt,
おそらく、多分。
in terms of popularity, soccer is no doubt the number one sport in Japan today. No longer,
もはや、何々ない。
sadly, he has completely changed. He is no longer the Masato we used to know. Not always.
必ずしも、何々ではない。
Experience tells me that things do not always go the way you want them to. On Earth,
1、一体全体。
what on earth are you trying to convey to him by writing such a long letter?
2、世界中で。
India is one of the most densely populated countries on Earth. On the other hand,
他方では、これに反して。
my big brother, on the other hand, prefers spending his free time alone reading books. So far,
今までのところ。
of the houses I've checked on the internet so far, I think this is the best. Sooner or later,
遅かれ早かれ。そのうち。
I'm sure we'll find out the truth sooner or later. These days,
近頃は。この頃は。
these days I get up early in the morning and enjoy jogging around the park. Section 8.
前置詞句。
According to,
1によれば。
according to this article, the world is continuing to be urbanized rapidly.
2に従って。に応じて。
If all goes according to plan, the building will have been completed by next spring. Owing to, due to,
のために。
the price of cabbage has gone up sharply, mainly owing to the bad weather. Thanks to,
のおかげで。
thanks to this book, I finally understood what had happened all those years ago. In spite of,
何々にもかかわらず。
we all went out and took part in open-air exercise in spite of the bad weather. All over,
1、至るところに。至るところで。の、至るところに。の、至るところで。
I hear the Japanese word kawaii meaning cute is becoming popular all over the world. All over,
2、一面に。
I don't know what happened to me, but my body ached all over last night. Apart from,
1の他に。
apart from being very friendly to us all, David was also a very talented talker.
2を 除いては、
In the school I entered in America, I hardly knew anybody apart from my host sister. Aside from,
を除いては、の他に、
nobody aside from her was able to solve that math problem. Ahead of,
時間的に、何々より先に、位置的に、何々の前に、何々より進歩して、
today there are some workers who retire ahead of their retirement age. In search of,
を求めて、探して、
in the 1930s, many Americans moved west in search of opportunities. In preparation for,
の準備中で、
right now I'm studying hard in preparation for the term exams, which begin next week. Section 9.
基本構文を構成する句、
Each other.
お互い、
Technology continues to impact the way people communicate with each other. So, that.
結果を表して、非常に何々なので何々。
She resembles her mother so much that they are often mistaken for each other. A as well as B.
B だけではなく A も。
Kento is a fluent speaker of Chinese, as well as English. Not only A, but B. Not only A, but also B.
A だけではなく B も。
Recycling things is not only environmentally friendly, but also economically sound. As if, as though.
まるで何々のように。
I got back just yesterday, although I'm feeling as if I'm still in a different time zone. As soon as.
何々するや否や。
I'll be with you, Ken, as soon as I'm done with the dishes. Something is wrong with.
は、どこか調子がおかしい。故障している。
I knew from the beginning something was wrong with him.
Part 2グルーピングで覚える240
Section 1
一語で言い換えられる熟語1
Bring up
1を育てる
From the age of 5, she was brought up by her aunt.
2問題、話題などを持ち出す
Yumi felt a little uneasy when her parents brought up the subject of marriage. Call off
を中止する、取り消す
The scheduled football game had to be called off because of the bad weather. Carry on
続けるを続ける
My father says he wants to carry on working past his retirement age. Come about.
起こる
I believe more changes will come about in our way of life owing to global warming. Come by.
を手に入れる
These newly developed fibers are very economical and easy to come by. Come up with.
解決策などを思いつく
Tom was late to class again and was unable to come up with a good excuse for that. Do away with.
を取り除くを廃止する
Modern society should make every effort to do away with racial discrimination. Find fault with.
にケチをつけるを非難する
It's easy to find fault with the work of others, but we should know it's a most shameful act. Get over.
を克服する病気などから回復する
Erika used to be afraid of heights, but she has gotten over her fear now. Hand in.
手渡しで何々を提出する届ける
Maybe we should go to the lost and found and ask if someone handed it in. Learn by heart.
を暗記する。
I've found it fun to learn something by heart. Toussaint's beautiful poems, for example. Look into.
を調べる。
The police started to look into the cause of the accident more carefully. Look over.
をざっと調べる。
The clerk was kind enough to look over the papers for me before I sent them off. Pass away.
死ぬ。
My grandmother passed away at age 97, surviving her husband by 15 years. Put off.
を延期する。
Jason decided to put off taking his summer vacation because he was too busy at work. Put together.
部品などを組み立てる。考えなどをまとめる。
Putting a model airplane together by yourself is easy. Put up.
1を掲げる。を上げる。を立てる。
A sign was put up in front of the station to advertise the new store.
2を止める。
The business school that was hosting me put me up at a nice hotel near the school. Put up with.
を我慢する。
There are many inconveniences that have to be put up with when you go abroad. Set about.
を始める。
Soon after the party, Kana set about clearing the tables with her sister. Set in.
始まる。
We all feared that a serious economic depression might set in after the epidemic.